In a tense and highly charged session at the United Nations in New York, a public hearing marking the International Day for the Elimination of Sexual Violence and Conflict descended into a sharp confrontation. Israeli Ambassador Danny Danon took the floor to address recent UN reports that placed Israel on a blacklist for alleged conflict-related sexual violence. Speaking with visible frustration, Ambassador Danon accused the United Nations of systemic bias against Israel. He demanded the resignation of Pramila Patten, the UN official responsible for a May 2026 report documenting verified cases of sexual violence by Israeli forces against Palestinian detainees. Danon described the findings as politically motivated and claimed that Secretary General Antonio Guterres harbored an obsession with unfairly targeting Israel. He argued that the organization was ignoring evidence and context while pursuing an anti-Israel agenda. As Danon continued his remarks, Vanessa Frazier, the Secretary General's Special Representative for Children in Armed Conflict, interjected on a point of order. Frazier firmly defended the integrity of the UN's documentation process. She emphasized that the reports were based on verified evidence and urged Danon to refrain from personal attacks on colleagues. The exchange quickly escalated. Ambassador Danon raised his voice and directly addressed Frazier, telling her, "You will be quiet." He asserted that she worked for the United Nations and should not interrupt, later characterizing elements of the reports as shameful. Frazier stood her ground, maintaining that the evidence had been thoroughly examined and that the proceedings must uphold standards of decorum and factual accuracy. The heated back and forth highlighted deep divisions over UN investigations into alleged abuses in the Israel-Palestine conflict. It underscored ongoing tensions surrounding Israel's recent inclusion on blacklists for both sexual violence and violations against children in armed conflict. Observers described the scene as a rare breakdown of diplomatic protocol during an otherwise solemn discussion on preventing sexual violence in war zones. This confrontation reflects broader debates about the credibility, impartiality, and political influences shaping international human rights reporting at the United Nations. As the session continued, the fundamental disagreements over evidence, accountability, and institutional fairness remained unresolved. Reporting for the Newsroom Global, don't forget to subscribe.
I have to make a point of order.
You will be quiet
because this is what the chair should be doing.
You spoke,
I make a point of order. They should not be personal. It should not be personal.
You part of the bullying
I have a point of order.
Shame on you.
I have a point of order.
You spoke,
I
now
will not
speak.
walk out.
You walk out.
We have verified evidence.
You part of
this is a point of order.
You part of this obsession.
No personal
You
attack.
part of this obsession.
No personal.
Just 3 weeks ago, Israel was added to the Secretary General's blacklist for conflict-related sexual violence. Israel, a democracy governed by the rule of law, a country defending its citizens, placed alongside Hamas, alongside Boko Haram, alongside ISIS. Ms. Patten, you had the chance to see the facts. You had the chance to examine the evidence, but you chose not to. So again, I must ask you, why? Why did you not come to see the evidence yourself? Were you afraid the facts would not match the conclusion? This was surrender. Surrender to the Secretary General's campaign against Israel. Surrender to the rapporteurs and the so-called UN experts who bully, pressure, and smear. You caved. You caved to the pressure. You caved to the Secretary General's obsession with targeting Israel.
I'm sorry, but
so,
I have to
wait,
make a point. I have to make
now.
a point of
no,
order.
You will be quiet
because this is what the chair
now.
should be doing.
You spoke,
I make
now
a point of order. They should not be personal. It should not be personal.
You part of the bullying
I have a point of order.
Shame on you.
I have
you
a point of order.
You spoke,
I
now
will not
speak.
walk out.
You walk out.
We have
Shame on
verified
you.
evidence.
You part of
this is a point of order.
You part of this obsession.
No personal
You
attack.
part of this obsession.
No personal.
Excuse me.
Excuse
You will
me,
allow
Your
me to finish my words.
Excuse
Without
Shameful.
personal attack.
You are part of this shameful behavior.
No personal
sorry,
attack.
Sorry.
No personal attack.
The rule of the UN.
Ambassador.
You will not allow you to bully us. We are a member state, and you work for the UN, and you will be quiet now. You will be quiet. Shameful. You and your shameful report.
I'm sorry.
We know why you took this position.
Sorry
we will
again.
not allow you to be
Sorry
part
again.
of this shameful campaign.
Sorry
I will
again.
finish my words.
Ambassador
if you don't want to
and
listen,
Vanessa,
go
sorry.
out.
Sorry. Let him finish, and then you will have the opportunity to...